So a fall planting, you basically really hope just to get a lot of root growth and to get them established for next year. So there's probably not going to be a ton. They will continue growing and put out their roots. We've got a nice heavy layer of pine bark, so they'll be protected through the winter, and their roots can just go crazy now and come up big and bold in the spring. Yeah, so the crew's going to come down and fill in some of these areas. Here in front, we've got Sporobolus and Carex radiata. The yellow is Solidago fireworks. I just love the way it stands up and spreads out at the top. This bed is a little more, a little bit more wet. Water drains off of the driveway here, so we put in plants that, like the Sequoias and the Iris and the cardinal flower, which is the red flower there. Behind that is Picanthamum, or mountain mint it's called, and it's a great pollinator plant and spreads into a nice mass. This is Ansonia hubrichti, and it's a little sparse here, so we're going to add some helenium in this area and just kind of fill it in with some more interesting plants. This is a garden we planted last May, and you can see we're going through and filling in a little bit where things didn't make it. So we had a few plants along the edge that maybe got a little too wet, some of the grasses, and so we're just substituting with something else similar. So the idea is to have a whole matrix of grasses that cover the ground, that are native and good for the environment, and then some interesting perennials come up that can host butterflies and bees, and mostly native plantings. So this area, a lot of the plants got pretty decimated by deer, Cleone and Ruella. So we're adding in a few more blues, grasses. We're adding some verbena and some taller culver root, as well as a echinacea or coneflower called Rocky Top, which likes things drier. And then I also have this native plant called Spegelia. We're going to add that into the areas that can take a little more wet moisture. So here you see we're trying to get the layers going, so we've got taller plants in the middle. Caitlin's filling in with some culver root, which is going to get 4 or 5 feet tall and be a white bloom, and it'll look great with this phlox janine that attracts so many butterflies. This is called palmintha, and that's just, hosts all kinds of pollinators, so that's what we're doing over here. Okay, so this is our third section of this front wildflower meadow that we've been planting. You can see in the background they've had a seeded wildflower meadow in this front yard for many years, and so we just decided to take a section at a time and make it a little more plant friendly. So we're going to have things that are layered and in bigger groups, so it looks more organized and a little more soothing than looking out over the chaos of a seeded wildflower meadow.